Today I'm going to read Clara, the Cookie Fairy. This book is by Tim Bugbird and Laura Eade. Once there were 3 fairy scouts, Clara, Cat, and Jan, who lived on a mountain in a fairy camper van. They sold special cookies, a fairy scout tradition, to buy the things they needed for their camping expeditions. Clara's wand made cookies, tasty, crisp, and sweet, and Cat's made pretty boxes to keep them nice and neat. Last of all, Jan's wand made a special fairy bow. With every cookie baked and boxed, the friends were good to go. Then, one summer's evening, they were driving out to dine when Clara's eye was caught by a giant roadside sign. Mighty mega wands make cookies with chocolate chips, Clara said. I want one now. I can't let this chance slip. Clara picked the biggest wand and stood in line to pay. Her old one looked too boring, so she threw it right away. She put it in the garbage. But Clara wasn't careful, and her wand was a little brittle. So whoosh, she whooshed, and she whooshed it way too much, and it snapped right in the middle. The fairies tried to fix the wand with string and tape and glue, but not one thing would make it work. Now what could they do? Cat said, only one thing will put us back on track. We must find the fairy garbage truck and get your old wand back. The fairies drove across the land, searching high and low, till Jan saw a junkyard in a meadow down below. There's the truck, cried Jan, and she gave a little cheer. Let's fly down and look around. Your wand just must be here. Unwanted wands were everywhere. The place was overrun. Lots looked just like Clara, so they tried them one by one. The friends spent many hours waving wands around, but not one of them made cookies. Clara's wand could not be found. The fairies were getting worried. Things weren't going well. How would they fund their camping trip if they had no cookies to sell? Then Clara said, "Stop! Look down," and suddenly it was clear. What the wands had been making was fairy camping gear. There were pots and pans, forks and spoons, kettles and cans, and guitars to play tunes. There were balls and bats, 3 fairy bikes, bright summer hats, and boots for long hikes. These wands should be used, not thrown away, said Clara with a frown. But if we put our heads together, we can turn this right around. And in a flash, it came to her, a new fairy scouting venture. They'd move to the meadow and transform the yard into a swap and recycling center. Fairies came from far and wide with their wands, unwanted or broken, to swap or make into something new. The center was always open. And then one summer's day, Clara had a huge surprise. She waved the wand a fairy had found, and cookies fell from the skies. "This is my wand," Clara cried, "and it works just as it should. It's not a mighty mega wand, but to me, it's twice as good." Clara learned to care for things and not just throw them away. To swap or recycle if you can is always the better way.